It's a cruel, cruel summer.
Alrighty guys, Kentucky loses yet again. Absolutely amazing how the game started. If you saw it, of course, with the Rose celebrating the touchdown before he got the touchdown. Then, of course, he tried to dive in to score the touchdown after he failed, to do that or whatever. And then he fumbled the ball, and it looked like, well, this is going to be a rough day for Kentucky. And then Mississippi scores. And you're like, well, look at that. We lost 7 points. Then they bench Rose for a few moments or a few plays or a few downs or whatever. A few series, I guess you would say. Rose comes back, makes up for it. And Kentucky somehow finds a way to lose the game 42-41 in overtime. And just by the way the game started, it's Kentucky football. This is a bad start to the season. Kentucky 0-2 in the SEC. Start the season ranked, people, and now we're probably ranked in the 40s or 50s or 60s or 70s or 80s. But let's look at the box score. Let's look at Wilson. 22 carries. The quarterback had 22 carries, 129 yards, 3 touchdowns. He passed for 151 yards. Rodriguez, 17 carries, 133 yards. Rose, 12 carries, 117 yards. Smoke, 5 for 29. What happened, people? Kentucky just couldn't play, no defense. I know the game started rough with how Rose started the game, but we recovered from that. We was actually up 14-7 at the end of the first quarter, and we was up 21-14 at halftime. And Mississippi State comes in the fourth quarter and scores 14 points to tie the game. And we somehow blow an extra point and get beaten overtime. I mean, that is Kentucky. This is the Kentucky football I grew up with right here. Lose games in amazing ways. That's what Kentucky has done with this game. It reminds me of the glory days of winning 2 or 3 games for the whole season. That's what it reminds me of. The glory days of Kentucky football. So, now Kentucky plays Mississippi State Saturday at home yet again. And if there ever was a must-win game, which last game was a must-win game in my opinion, even if Kentucky wins this game, we got to play Tennessee at Tennessee, then Georgia comes to Kentucky. And realistically, Kentucky, if we can win, we're still looking at being 1-4. Now, think about that. And then we play Missouri, Vanderbilt, Alabama, Florida. We might win 4 games the way it's going. And if Kentucky loses this game Saturday, Kentucky could be going for a perfect record because their confidence will be so shattered. You lose to Mississippi. You lose to them. You can just mark down Tennessee as a loss and Georgia as a loss. So that will be 5 losses in a row. And after that, your confidence is totally shot. It's going to be almost shot if we lose this next game. Okay, we lose to Mississippi. It's just the honest truth. We're playing all SEC teams. And Tennessee's improved this year, so I don't see us having a shot against Tennessee. I mean, we usually play Tennessee good. We'll see how Tennessee does this week against Georgia, but we usually play well against Tennessee. And I don't know, people. I don't know where we go from here. The quarterback played great. Wilson played great on running the ball. It's pretty much the same offense we saw last year. It was just a heavy run team. The defense is just so bad. It's just hard to believe how it's come to this already. Because, I can come in here and make videos. If we lose this week, I can say, well, we've got a chance against Tennessee. But realistically, we're looking at 5 straight losses if we lose this game. And even if we win this game, 1-4. 1-4. So, I mean, let's look, people. Let's say Kentucky goes 1-4. Let's say we win this week and we lose against Tennessee and Georgia, which is expected. I mean, I'm just the honest truth. Okay. After that, we play Missouri. Is Missouri any good this year? Let's see. No, not really. But that doesn't mean nothing when you play Kentucky, does it? Missouri. We beat Vanderbilt. Say we beat Vanderbilt and we beat Missouri. We're 2-3. Alabama beats us. Florida beats us. Okay. Then South Carolina. We might win at best. At best, we are looking at 4 wins in the SEC. At best. Because you lose games you're supposed to win. And even if, you know, I was thinking maybe this team, somewhat deep down inside, I was like, you know, this is the pandemic, all this going on. Maybe we can like surprise some teams and win a few games. Maybe we can. I mean, you know, I know we played well over the last few years. I mean, I know that. I know that we've done a lot better than expected, or you know, achieved what we thought we was. You know, we've done good enough. We went to bowl games and all that. But I was like, maybe this year we could take a step above that. But it's not going to happen just because of the schedule, just because of playing in the SEC. I mean, we're playing, every game is a SEC game. Even if it's Vanderbilt or Missouri, it's still a pretty good team. I mean, realistically, it's still a pretty good team. So, there you have it, people. I just don't know. We should beat Mississippi, but we should have won last week, too. So, this really puts Kentucky in a bad position. Chance to go 2-1, but you know, instead everything's falling apart. Maybe maybe we can beat Tennessee. Maybe Kentucky can turn it around. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, but I've seen this story too much in my life with Kentucky football. I'm still gonna watch the game, still gonna pull for you guys, but it's just not looking good right now. Just prove me wrong and win this week, and then you can somehow shock Tennessee, and then we can talk about saving the season. You're going to have to win against Tennessee or Georgia. And of course you have to win this week. Then you have to beat Tennessee or Georgia to somehow save the season. And that's all there is to it. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I'll pick Kentucky to win. Since Kentucky's so good at defense, I'll pick Kentucky to win 45-40. Or 45-38. Since we're so good at playing defense, I'll pick that. But it's looking bad. It's looking bad for Kentucky, no doubt about it. But we're still going to pull for them and just hope for the best. Hope for the best, people. As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see how the game goes this week. Go Big Blue. Toodles!